everybody. Oh, good. Music is actually at a decent level. I'm not getting deafened. As long as you guys can still hear it, that's what matters. Excuse me while I adjust my camera. Yeah, it's been an interesting day. Yes, happy Sunday indeed. Welcome, Ajo. I hope you've all had a good weekend. It's been a pretty quiet one for me. Got to sleep in this morning, which was much needed. Some of you might know I was not feeling the greatest last weekend, so I'm very grateful to have been able to sleep in and get a little bit of extra sleep. So I'm glad that that's been working for me. Also, if you guys are noticing some stuttering on the stream, it's something that I'm still working on. I apologize. I'm having some encoding issues, so it is something that I'm actively working on. So please bear with me. It is unfortunately not something that I can deal with while I'm on stream. I have to stop the stream in order to fix that, and I really don't want to stop the stream tonight. So, kind of bear with me this evening. But I'm glad to see everybody. Ajo, Wraith, and Obi-Wan Jacoby, if you're here, thank you for that hydrate. Much appreciated. The Azu and Azeni, if you're actually here or lurking. Either way, much appreciated that you're here. Oh, that's the truth. It is honestly the best thing for you when you're not feeling well. I actually got a pretty hefty duty vaccine last Friday, a week ago. It frankly kicked my butt. I was pretty much laying flat for almost an entire day. Woke up Saturday morning and couldn't really move. But by Sunday I was okay. I did a lot of sleeping that Saturday, so it was actually a really good thing. I was able to do that, because usually I do not get that luxury. Also, for anybody who's curious, I'm wearing my Space Camp t-shirt from Into the AM. It is super comfy and cozy. They are not a sponsor by any means. They just have super cool, nerdy, comfy clothes. So here we are. It's Sunday night. For anybody who might be new or lurking in the shadows, my name is Meshla. I am primarily an audiobook streamer. What that means for me is that I write and read Star Wars fanfiction primarily on my Twitch channel here, and I have been doing Star Wars fanfiction writing for 25 years. Yeah, that's a really long time. So if you guys are curious and would like to check that out, you can do !AO3 to get the link for the stories. And if you'd like to know the order in which they should be read, do !stories in chat. Well, thank you so much for the Ajo. Also, for anybody who has been around recently, I did celebrate my 1-year Twitch affiliate anniversary. Wednesday? But oh my gosh, I can't even keep track of days. Friday, a week ago. So the 15th. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, I can't really keep track of days right now. It's been a little crazy with work things and with things going on with the PC, and also things going on with my health for a couple of days. But hopefully things are settling. I'm definitely feeling a lot better, so I'm here. And I apologize in advance for any camera weirdness or stream weirdness. I'm still sorting tech issues. Like I said, I'm having some encoding issues, so I do apologize in advance for any stream lag or stuttering. So tonight we're going to be working on Steps into the Past. I do not remember what chapter we stopped on, so give me just a second while I figure that out. I was doing editing on some of the chapters for Steps into the Past. So I just need to remember where we were at, because I currently do not. It's been a while. Okay. I think that we were here, maybe? I don't remember. Oh my goodness. Does anybody happen to remember where we were? I don't. I really should write this down. But it's honestly like it's a little bit hard for me to keep track of because I stream writing workshops every 2 weeks. So yes, it's a little bit hard for me to track. Editing, Wraith. I know where I was with reading. I mean, I can go back and look easily for my reading streams. Yeah. Because I specifically remember where we were for reading because I read an extra chapter on Friday the 15th because I did an extra hour of stream. So I remember that. So I do remember that. So I'm going to assume that we were like chapter 6 or something. I honestly don't remember. Oh, so bad. Let's try here. I don't know what that was, but that was really loud. I feel like somebody dropped something. Okay, we're gonna go with chapter 6. I mean, hopefully all of us have slept since then. I'd be a little concerned if we hadn't. Like we were just saying, sleep is very important, especially when you don't feel well. So yes. Oh, it's telling me I'm in passive. Okay. Trying to give a little bit more context here. Keeps trying to do that. Hello, Parmatan. Welcome in. I know you've been here before. The name is very familiar to me, but I apologize because I am not making connections right now. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I'm sorry. There's been a lot going on the last couple of weeks. Oh! Oh, I'm so sorry. I knew I recognized the name. I'm so sorry, Permadan. Oh. Like I said, there has been a lot going on in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I do apologize for forgetting people. I was just telling chat that there's been a lot going on the last 2 weeks, give or take. Maybe a little bit more than that now. Okay. But yes, I was just telling chat that if there's lagging or otherwise weird stuff or stuttering, anything like that, I do apologize. It's something that I'm working on, but I cannot address it while I'm actually streaming, unfortunately. So please bear with me. I have been working through these chapters for steps into the past last couple of streams, and I can't remember exactly where we were, so I just picked a chapter and we're starting there. Speaking of wheels, where is he? Or the sniper? I'm sure he's around somewhere, lurking as he does. And I'm doing my best to engage with you guys. Just be aware that I will be looking off to the side, which is where my chat is. So. I know. Thank you, Frosty Tools. Now, Frosty Tools, no reason to be rude. But then my Frosty Tools is a grizzled old war veteran, so there's that. So just take that with a grain of salt, I guess. A what? Yeah, I don't know about Frosty Tools sometimes. Sometimes Frosty is right on point, sometimes Frosty is way off the mark. It really depends. So I guess we'll see how the evening goes. But yes, if you would like to make me drink water or stretch or get a snack or think I need to, please feel free to use the channel point commands down on the page below the stream. If you are following the channel, you have access to pretty much all of them, except for a handful. There are some that are subscriber only, not very many, but there are a few that are subscriber only, and there is one or two that is mod only as well. You can feel free to play with the little cat over in, I guess, well, for you guys, it'd probably be the, no, that way. That side of the screen. On my screen, it's the left, but for you guys, it will probably be the, over there. In the bottom corner. Not the logo, the other one. Oh, a little bit, yeah. A little bit. A little bit. Oh, and that's totally fine. I had a feeling that that's kind of what you meant, but I was not entirely sure. Yelling at me. Do let me know if the music is a bit loud. I was trying to turn it up a little bit so you guys could hear, but not so loud that it's blowing anybody's eardrums. So please do let me know if it's a little bit loud. So this is actually the current final story in the Daughter's Quest arc that I'm editing. We are currently reading through Age of Darkness, and then we will continue on with the story progression. I read every other Wednesday. So, next reading stream will be just 1 second. I can check. Let's see. Actually, I'll be reading again on Wednesday. That's usually, so what usually happens is I will do a reading workshop stream every other Sunday, and then it's usually the Sunday right before I read, so that it's fresh in my brain. So I will actually be reading on Wednesday. We have an ad starting in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. My ads are 1.5 minutes long. It's a great time to go get a drink, have a stretch, grab a snack, anything like that. Just a chance to get up and move, get your blood flowing. Because I know, like a lot of you, I sit a lot, so I try to give myself those breaks to get up and stretch and things like that. Really important. And I have lots of water right here. If you guys would like, I can share the URL for the chapter that I'm currently working on, or that I will be working on next. A little bit hard for me to do it when I'm at edit mode, but I can definitely share for the next one. It might be easier for you guys to give feedback if you would like to this way, because I tend to go a little bit faster. So whatever you're seeing on the screen by the time you type something might be gone. So give me just a moment until I finish here, and then I can share the link. Okay. There we go. There we go. That is the link for the chapter that I'm currently going to be working on, if anybody's curious. me get into edit mode over here. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to scroll the whole page. There we go. Oh. Totally missed it on that ad break. Sorry. No. Yes, Frosty's a scoundrel. Indeed. Frosty is definitely a scoundrel. Yes. I was rearranging things on my screen a little bit. Have fun with that, Ajo. Yeah, my least favorite content, actually. Have fun with that. You can do all the PvP you want, as long as I am not involved. Have fun. Yeah, I'm just not much for PvP in games. It gets me, stressed out, which I don't need, so. I do enjoy story-driven games, so things like Tour, Star Trek Online, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, just to name a few. Those are the ones that I've been playing periodically over the last little while. Yes. Yes. And my my bounty hunter actually hit 80 earlier today. Finally got him all the way through Knights of the Eternal Throne. Oh, that last chapter is a pain. Let's just leave it at that. Definitely worth doing at least once on either side, but it can be a pain. Yeah, I sat on it for a while before I actually bought it. It's a really good game. The story is fantastic, but it is kind of up there in terms of price. But definitely something to kind of save up for. It may have actually come down in price. I'm not sure. You can get it through Steam, I think, actually. Yeah, really good game. Another one that I'm looking at is, which is more of a solo one, is, oh goodness. Well, when SWTOR first came out, I think it was like 50 or 60 when it first came out. Baldur's Gate 3 has been out for a little while. Another game that I've been looking at potentially, but may have to wait due to price, is Assassin's Creed Shadows. The story is really fascinating to me because it delves into kind of the lore and history of the era that the game is in, or at least, you know, in a general sense. So it's been really fascinating to me. Yeah, that's unfortunate regarding Baldur's Gate 3 because it's very good. I've played a little bit of D&D, like actual physical like tabletop RPG D&D. So I'm familiar with some of the dice mechanics, but it can still be really interesting to kind of play with. Friend and I are waiting until their new patch drops so that we can kind of start there. Last I heard, sometime in April. Okay. Yeah. I have to really, as far as purchasing games go, like for me, it has to be a game that I really, really like the story and I really want to play. You know, I have games, I have the Jedi's, I have Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order that I really want to play. But I'm gonna have to teach myself controller probably, or figure out the keyboard controls because I tried it with controller and it was really challenging. I never had a console as a kid, so learning controller at this point in my life is very, very challenging. I've tried. But so I have a few games in my Steam library and through other launchers that I really want to play. I just haven't been able to due to time or the fact that I don't know how to use a controller, things like that. So. Oh my goodness. So sorry. Yeah, I need to probably try Fallen Order first. Controller play isn't really my skill set, so I may look into. There is a way to play it with keyboard and mouse. I've seen people do it. It is possible. But maybe a little bit more challenging for me because I'm left-handed. But definitely something that I want to. Definitely something I want to play. Yeah. I have several games that I've started playing but kind of put down for one reason or another. Or I'll play for a while and then kind of put it aside and then come back when they have new content. Yeah, I figured I thought that he was one of the people that was playing at keyboard and mouse. So I know it is possible, I just know generally it's designed for controller. For the most part. Speaking of, I'm sure he's looking around here somewhere. Oh goodness, I can't type. Okay. Yelling at me for repeated words. I have a long list of games that I'd like to actually play through at some point. Oh dear. I'll get there eventually. So, for anybody that has been in stream when I've been reading, this is some major spoiler territory, so just keep that in mind if you're reading along or skimming. It's definitely spoiler territory. Okay. I'm rereading some stuff that was written, oh goodness, at least 10 or 15 years ago. Been a while. Been quite a while. But I'm just reading it to make sure it makes sense. Okay. Sorry, getting lost in the focus mode. Super focus mode. There we go. Yeah. Hello, really dicey. It's good to see you. My brother-in-law, by the way. I hope you're well this evening. Good to see you. I'm just hanging out and doing some editing. Super chill vibes today. Yeah. Oh my goodness, my brain just blanked. So sorry. Like I said, it's been a really long couple of weeks. The brain is like, I guess, still recovering. Yeah. There we go. We have an ad starting in 4 minutes and 48 seconds, just so you guys are aware. I do try to take a little bit of a break during those ads, and it's a great time for you guys to take a break too. Get up, stretch your legs, stretch your spine, get a drink of water. So I try to do the same for myself, so I don't sit in the same spot for 3 hours. Ooh, shoulders are funky today. I do need to start working on the next chapter for this particular story, though, because I'm a little, stuck. I'll get there. I just need to look at some of my notes. Uh-oh. Marin's out of uniform. What are we gonna do? No! Okay. Our ad is gonna start in 2 minutes. Okay. Our ad is gonna begin in just under a minute. Hey Grist, how are you this evening? It's good to see you. We're about to be in an ad in like 25 seconds. So we'll be back right after that. I'll be right back, friends. Take your minute and a half and go get yourself a drink or a snack. I'm gonna do the same. Alright, friends, and we are back. Thank you so much for hanging out through that ad. I appreciate you. Fortunately, I have no control over the fact that we have them. They do help support the channel, so I greatly appreciate you hanging out and sticking through them. Or sticking it out through them. Ugh, I can't even English today. Anyway. We're back. Riz, it's good to see you. I hope you've had an awesome weekend. I've had a nice quiet one, and I hope you were able to get some good rest and recharge for the week ahead. Sorry. Hey Ogle, how are you doing? Can I get a shout out for Ogle, please? That would be fantastic. You did! I'm still alive. Welcome in, friend. And anybody else that's lurking, I hope you're enjoying the stream. You're super chill tonight. Well, you're gonna get one anyway. Thank you, Wraith. Yeah. I love Frosty Tools. It's been pretty quiet. I was able to sleep in this morning, which I needed after the last few days. There's been a lot going on. But I'm definitely feeling better than I was. I think I mentioned on Wednesday that I had been feeling a bit under, but I'm doing a lot better. Definitely something to, you know, sleep is most definitely not overrated. And it's one of the best things that you can do if you are not feeling well, is just sleep. I actually have a somewhat short week this week at work. Got a few other things going on, but nothing crazy. Just taking an extra day this week so that I can have some quiet time. Yeah. That's Frosty Tools for you. Frosty Tools is silly. Sometimes Frosty Tools can be really feisty. I actually styled it after... I started out with Grizzled War Veteran and then turned it into a kind of a cranky Mandalorian veteran. I don't know, it kind of took on a mind of its own. Silliness. Oh no! Your mother's birthday dinner takes priority. That is totally understandable. Yes, it is always fun to mess with Frosty Tools. Thanks, Frosty Tools. Just read that. Thank you very much. I have water right here. And I apparently needed my water because I filled it up completely before I started streaming. It's I should have enough to take my meds. Find out if I have to go get more water after stream is done to do that. But usually one of these, this is like a 45 ounce thing. Usually that will last me all stream, depending on how thirsty I am. And if you're curious, Ogle, I am using something called Grammarly, and I'm actually editing directly in the chapter on Archive of Our Own, which is where the story is posted. So, mostly just grammar that I'm doing right now. I am currently editing what chapter is this? Chapter 10 of the story called Steps into the Past. So, which is the fourth story in the series that we were reading through. I'll be reading on Wednesday if you're able to be around. It's totally fine. 7 p.m. Eastern. That's the time that I usually stream. Yes. Double check and see what chapter we left off. We won't actually be reading this story. We're going to be continuing the one that we've been reading called Age of Darkness. I had to actually sit there a while back and figure out the proper reading order of all the stories. So if you're curious about the proper order, you can do !stories in chat. Yes. What I will probably do once we get to the end of the current run of stories is I will just start over. For anybody else who may have missed some. There's it's actually taken me it's taken me a year to get this far with reading is kind of crazy. Also, a lot of these stories were written back when I was in high school, so I'm doing a lot of grammar editing to try and clean it up a little bit. yeah, the story that I'm editing right now, which is Steps into the Past, is not actually complete yet. I still have, I'd say, a chapter or two, maybe more to go, but I have to poke the muse. Gotta do a lot of work on that. There we go. You guys can actually see it. Sorry. Didn't realize how much the chat and stuff was overlapping. Okay. Hmm. Apparently, I'm dealing with Jazz tonight? Okay. Okay, Jazz it is today. Alright then. For anybody curious, I am using a service called Chill Hop Radio. So, some good music. Not necessarily Star Wars, but good stuff. I'm actually gonna do this because... There we go. Sorry, it's overlapping a bit, but I can't read it otherwise. I am half blind. There we go. It helps if I can type correctly. Okay. Oh, telling me I'm using repeated words. I do not care. Yeah, it likes to yell at me for repeated words, but whatever. See? It's yelling at me. It's yelling at me. extra space in there and it really shouldn't. I have no idea why. So, Ogle, I have a question for you. Since you're new into the stream, what is your favorite genre of fanfiction, if you've read any? I know that you're a huge Star Wars fan, like most of us here. But what is your favorite genre of fanfiction? Or stories in general, if you don't read fanfiction? Oh, there we go. Frosty Tools, what are you up to now? Sure, no problem. Oops, that is not what I want to do. Oops. Thanks, Ray. You saw me slouching. Thank you for the stretch. My arms are disappearing, I'm sorry. Oh, shoulders are crunchy. That was a good stretch, though. Thank you. Needed that. Yeah, I really was. I do that sometimes. Yeah, Yeah, I read when I have the time to read some fan fiction, I like to read oh gosh. Obviously Star Wars. But I've been reading some good Batman fan fictions as well. There's one particular author that I really like, and so I've been reading his stuff off and on for a while. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I was leaning so hard. But we're gonna hopefully fix that. We have an ad starting in just under 5 minutes. Yeah, their Archive of Our Own in particular has some really, really good ones. Lots of different genres that you can actually look through. They have some really good Star Wars ones in particular. And I like Archive of Our Own as opposed to fanfiction.net because their whole purpose for existing is to preserve fan works. That is their sole purpose for existence. So they have a lot of controls on the author's end of things to help keep their stories kind of secure. For instance, if I wanted to, I could lock down my stories so that only people who were logged in could read them. And I did that for a while. Because I actually had somebody take one of my stories and pull it from fanfiction.net, I think, and post it on, like, post it as, like, their story on Amazon, and I had to actually, send Amazon a takedown notice. So, yeah, that was a whole thing. That was the main reason that I actually took all of my stories off fanfiction.net, because of that particular thing. So it's one of the reasons why I have them here now instead of over there. Why is that put What's going on with the song? Yeah, well it's more like intellectual property, since I'm not, because I can't publish in the normal sense and make money off of it. It's more like intellectual property, like I play in the Star Wars universe. You know, it's for fun. It was like this whole thing, and I was just like, is really? And it wasn't just me, it was actually, at the time that it happened, it was several hundred writers across, several fanfiction sites, but most notably Archive of Our Own and fanfiction.net. So it's kind of a big deal, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so kind of protective of the writing that I do. Yeah, it was really crazy. Really, really crazy. Our ad is going to start in 1 minute and 54 seconds. I did not write all of this myself, actually. I started writing cooperatively back in high school. So 25 years ago, give or take. And at this point, it's just out of our writers group that started, it's just me. So I am maintaining the bulk of the stories and kind of keeping them up to date, you know, grammar and things like that. And then my particular stories that focus on my main characters, Marin specifically, I have continued working on those, and that's the Daughter's Quest arc. So, I haven't done any actual... I've done a little bit of writing here and there on Steps into the Past, but I haven't started a new chapter. I should. There's at least a good couple of chapters left. It is definitely a skill set that is developed. It's been a long time in the making. So, and I'm actually struggling right now too. So I feel that. Wraith, I understand. I do. Alright, we have an ad starting just about now, so I will return. And we're back. Forgot to mute my mic. Oops. Oh well. But we're here. Trying to make sure that I hydrate well enough. As everybody knows that I don't drink enough water. still telling me I have one? What? But okay. Alrighty. I think I could get through maybe one more. Yeah, I actually kind of put writing to the side for a while a few years ago, and I've just in the last couple of years picked it back up, so it's definitely a challenge to get the creative process going again after that much of a break. But definitely going through and editing these chapters is helping to a point. Don't know when I'll get another chapter started, but I definitely want to do at least 2 more with this one. I already did that chapter. That's one we just did. Okay, here we go. How many? Yeah. Trying to get me to capitalize all of it. I love that, right? Oh, that's awesome. That's great. So perfect. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Hey Sin, welcome in. Oh, you know, normal shenanigans on a Sunday night. I am chapter editing this evening. We are currently on chapter 12 of Steps into the Past. Yes. I hope you're having a good evening, Sin. Welcome to the Cozy Vibes. Nope. Music. What? Okay. It's just being weird. Hmm. I know! All kinds of awesome people are here tonight. I feel like I should have set out drinks or something, my goodness. Or at least snacks. Goodness. Everybody's here today. Hope you guys are having an awesome evening. Sin, it's great to see you. Yes, it is a party in here this evening. I am just kind of finishing out this chapter that I'm editing. Why is it yelling at me? Yes. Enriching eyes. Oh, it is just about 9 o'clock. Awesome. Wait a second here. Okay. All right, guys. That didn't work. There we go. Appreciate everybody who was here this evening. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. And I still have a few things that I want to adjust. As you may know, I did have to reload my computer about a week ago, so things have been a little crazy, a little bit scuffed. So I'm hoping that we can get everything sorted and working properly before the stream on Wednesday. But considering how much I had to do over the last few days, I think it's going pretty well. Alright. But yes, it seems like we have quite a few people in here. Alrighty. I am going to see if there's someone that we can raid. Let's see. Let's see. I am currently looking for somebody to raid into. I'm not leaving just yet. Oh, that's a big move, Sin. When are you actually moving? You know what? I'm actually gonna raid. I know who we're gonna raid. Give me a second. There we go. Give me a second, guys. Oh, that's coming up quick. That's coming up really quick. Alright. We have our... We have our raid target. I'm gonna give us our raid commands. That first one is for anybody who is subscribed to the channel, whether it's Prime or regular Twitch sub or Turbo, because there are subscriber emotes in that first one. That second one, if you are following the channel but not subscribed, you can snag that one. I would greatly appreciate if all of you guys could tag along on that raid and give some love to the Sniper13, who is actually one of my mods. He just started streaming a little while ago. So we are gonna go say hi. So let me get this raid started. Okay. Alright. And please be sure to take care of yourselves this evening. Make sure you get plenty of water, get plenty of rest, take your meds if you need to do that. Have a good evening. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you who stopped by this evening, spent time with me, and I hope to see you all on Wednesday for some story time. Have a great night, you guys. Thank you so much.